Game & Watch.
Devil damn it!
God, it actually synced up with the music on my end. Nice going.
Oh look,
But
it's
anyway-
number 3 Mario.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the epic sequel of the original Game & Watch Gallery, now in Technicolor.
To continue later, pause the switch, turn it off. Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's
never
actually
mind.
something I forgot to mention in the first look at. Every Game & Watch Gallery game, if you pause in the middle of a game and turn the game off, it actually has a backup save that'll pretty much be there when you turn the game back on.
That's cool.
Pretty handy if you're in the middle of the game. But anyway, Game & Watch Gallery 2. It came out about a year after the original Game & Watch Gallery, and it came out just in time for the launch of the Game Boy Color. So, welcome to Game & Watch Gallery 2 in color.
Nice.
Yoshi!
Don't worry, I got you.
So yeah, our first game up to bat is called Parachute, and well, obviously you're on a boat, you're trying to rescue all the people jumping ship, and well, flying on a parachute.
Oh,
Dude.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So the fish can protect them once from hitting the water.
Mm-hmm. But if you're not careful and they drop in the water, the Cheep will chase them, and that counts as a miss.
Okay. Also, I love how Donkey Kong Jr. is just
parachuted at the
jumps
last
out
moment.
like, oh, jeez, he's freaking base jumping over there.
One thing I will say right off the bat about this minigame in particular, Toad is the typical. Well, he's pretty much the lightest, and DK is the heaviest. Yoshi in this game is pretty much the oddball in that, like, Yoshi's like to flip flop between the two. Like
Okay.
sometimes they're light, other times they just wait until the very inch of the water to let out their parachute.
I was about to say Yoshi's kind of the wild card. It's like, he's a wild card.
that doesn't play by the rules, but he gets results.
Oh, jeez. And you gotta be careful, because it looks like if they land into the cannon, they get fired out, but they lose their parachute.
Not that it needs much. It's just there to add some sort of a spice into this mini game, especially considering. I mean, I like the idea behind it, but getting points in this game is a little slow for my liking.
Yeah, it's like that one.
Looks pretty
it's like,
tedious.
It's like that one Kingdom Hearts one where you have to dodge the giant, and after every little level, that is how you get one.
You know what? I realize it seems kind of oxymoronic to say that this is tedious, considering this is the Game & Watch Gallery, but still.
Heh, I guess.
Well, again, it's a straight up score attack. You're just playing it. You're just playing it just to get the best score possible.
Oh.
Thank you, Lucky Two.
Actually, what's weird is I could have
that
sworn
looks
that it
sad.
was DK that fell in there first, or DK Jr. rather.
I think they both
Yeah.
fell in, or I don't know.
But why did they only show Toad?
Well, only one of them
D-
counts as a miss. So
Because DK got gobbled up. And Toad was next.
he started on the main course.
Yeah, start with the meat on its bones.
Yeah, did you just eat all that monkey meat?
Whoa,
Ooh,
what's
Oh,
that?
whoa.
Oh, star!
Oh.
Again, really? By the boo.
I'm assuming if we hit the star, that would have given us a life back. Oh, jeez.
It would have given us more. It would have given us more points. Whereas the boo, I think, either stuns you or that also counts as a miss.
Who's kicking all these people off that boat anyway?
I don't know.
Bowser.
They're all going for parachuting.
It just Bowser. It's like,
You get
That's
out,
a thing.
and you get out, and you get out, and you get out.
I just imagine Bowser just grabbing them all, just flinging them out the window, like, nope, all you out. There you go. Oh, out you go.
Mario, how you doing over there?
Oh, I'm doing just great. Except this boat's overfilled with passengers.
Oh yeah, where are they all going? It's just,
To get help! Ah!
it's just so many. All
Whoop.
by Yoshi.
Oh no!
It's just
Oh.
like you, Mario, to betray me!
Look at his face up there.
He's red.
oh yeah, because there was a red Yoshi.
I don't know.
So
Anyway.
stunned out of his wits. But
It's my helmet.
anyway. Okay, so to back up real quick, welcome to Game & Watch Gallery 2, and this time, unlike the original game, it has 5 mini-games as opposed to 4. Our second one up to bat is Helmet, where you basically gotta avoid a whole bunch of hammers.
Yoshi's revenge. Oh, no, it's a Paracupa.
Yeah, I was
This
about
is
to say, it's a
my
paratrooper.
revenge!
It's just a Paracupa.
I hired this Koopa
Oh,
Troopa
yeah.
mercenary to finally do you in, Mario.
It's green. I thought it was Yoshi.
I totally thought it was a Yoshi with wings,
It
too.
kind of, yeah, it's like the Game Boy Color could do so much, but at the same time, though, some sprites had to only stick to one color to make the game run.
This is
I
pretty
also-
fast-paced.
I also like how Mario just like comes out of one house and the other. It's like,
How did that happen?
It's an
Okay,
endless,
time to-
Portal.
it's an endless loop.
Podoboos.
What are they doing here?
Jeez.
It's just one of several projectiles that the paratrooper will fling.
I also
They look like spiny eggs to me.
I also
Honestly, I'll just say this right now. When I first played this game, I didn't take those for like potobos. I thought they were just like some sort of flower pickup. That could probably.
Oh, the
boost me.
Podoboos for
Yeah, I could see how you would think that.
when James was saying, "Oh, they're just," I also
Oh!
would have accepted.
Who's the jerk who locked me out?
I also would have
So they can
accepted.
undo the switches, or
No, more switches appear. I also would have expected. I also would have accepted the answer when I asked James, "What's with the Podoboos?" I would have also accepted. It's just one of those days.
When it get
one of
made.
those days.
When you go out of doors, like, finally, I made it to the house. Gosh dang it!
Come on. Whoa. Finally, I made the devil, damn it.
Aw.
But, you know, this is actually super fast paced. This is crazy.
Yeah, God, I don't know if I would be able to keep up. Me neither.
well, it is on hard mode.
It should. Yeah, I'm playing on hard mode, as I said
Oh.
in like the first look at.
Show off.
Just to make just to make things more interesting. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fun if there weren't where's the thrill of having my plan succeed without a little challenge?
But I will say
And
that,
Orbit just glares at you.
but I will still say the sprite work for Game Boy Color is pretty dang smooth here. This is still like pretty super dang smooth for Game Boy Color.
And again, this is I think this was literally a launch title for the Game Boy Color. Oh look,
Oh,
a
heart.
heart just for
Oh,
me.
Nice, we got life.
The paratrooper does have a heart, and then he realized, oh wait, that's Mario. I should just keep throwing hammers.
He does have a heart. Itty bitty one. But it is
Still
there.
there. But it's still there.
That's it.
I love how we
Um,
were all thinking that.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm throwing hammers.
Okay, that's
Oh,
it.
boy.
I'm just staying home.
All the
Now
hammers.
come here. Where'd you go?
And now it's time for Peach to get herself a job with Chef.
Oh, with Luigi.
Oh, with
Luigi, too.
Luigi.
I think this is the first time I've seen Luigi.
No, I think we've seen
Peach is
somewhere
looking
else.
kind of sunburned.
Honestly,
Yeah,
it almost looks like she's You say sunburn, I almost get the fact that it's a ninja in disguise.
No, she's fine there.
All right, catch the eggs.
Oh, I want. Oh, I want.
So Chef is actually one of my personal favorite mini games in the collection, just because it's honestly one of those you can easily relax to.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
I see.
All
You have to cook it
so
properly.
the whole gimmick of the game is that, well, you're basically cooking up a whole bunch of food that either Luigi or Mario, in the hard mode's case, will just throw out in the wind and hope that Peach will cook and catch them with their frying pan.
And after they turn red and properly cooked, then you can feed them to Yoshi.
Okay, so you're supposed
Oh.
to give him the Yoshi. For a minute, I
Okay,
thought
and,
that was just you
and he
missing.
lays an egg. He just poops an egg.
It's just
Well, that, as a Yoshi does.
shits out an egg. But so Yoshi can technically eat the food even if it's not entirely cooked. At the same time, though, you want to do that for extra points and also to well, as Yoshi just did now, to lay an egg.
Yoshi,
That
get your
means
steak.
ready. Oh, there you go.
now this is the game that I like.
Do be careful though, because if you cook your food too much, then it gets burnt. And if the Yoshi eats burnt food, it shrinks.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
So
yeah,
you
just
don't
all
want that.
all throughout this whole game, Yoshi's like,
Drop the flavor hammer.
oh
It's a
Oh.
boy.
Oh,
oh. Now we're feeding the baby
I'm
Yoshi.
like- I'm a dad, mom. I don't know.
And thus the
Wait,
cycle
we all-
Androgynous.
continues.
So basically, what Chef, wow, I never would have thought it, but Chef isn't a cooking simulator; it's a baby maker.
Yep, and thus the cycle
so that
continues.
means, oh, careful. So then, wait, some of them will already be
it's
cooked.
the circle of
But the
life.
cycle never repeats in quite the same way.
Yeah, thank you, Rosalina.
Oops.
Oh
Oops.
no,
Baby
no!
Yoshi wasn't fast enough.
Oh, she was ticked. Look at her raise her arms up in fury up there. So
She
what-
demands
like-
satisfaction.
She's like,
I'm gonna
I
smack.
demand satisfaction.
she's like,
I'm gonna smack someone with this.
oh, big Yoshi again. So what? So yeah, what do you guys think of this so far?
Actually, hold on. Now that I look at this some more, I just realized not only is this a game about baby making, it's a game that shows the dangers of stunted growth.
A little.
Oh, looks like we burnt an egg.
Oh, goo, goo, goo.
What happens
There
if a
we go.
baby?
Now the order's been
What
restored.
happens if a baby Yoshi eats burnt food?
I
yeah,
think
I guess.
it won't die. Don't worry. I
Back
think
off
it's.
subject. Someone needs to give me that angry Peach sprite. I want to cross stitch it.
Okay.
Alright.
You could
I'm sure
probably
we can
find it in
find
this
it.
writer's resource.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say, just look there.
Yeah, but anyway, But yeah, I thought this was okay. What do you think of this
Here
one,
you
James?
go, a heart from me to you.
Aw, thank you, Luigi.
It's a good thing Mario wasn't looking the other way to notice.
I would
Luigi,
have
I
loved.
didn't know you were making heart-shaped cookies. Yes, cookies.
I would have loved if that was like synced up properly because it looked like the fish was about. I would love if it synced up I would have loved if it synced up perfectly where right as you caught the heart from Luigi, the fish slapped Mario in the face as it landed on him. But yeah, what do you?
Why did you sit? Oh.
Okay, that's enough of
Well,
that.
that's it.
Yeah, that's that.
That's
Vermin.
it! Someone's gonna get a pan to the face!
Go
I
ahead,
want to
James.
do some Peach Boy sucking up, but I don't know what to dub or record.
Go ahead, James.
So now it's time for Vermin, where Yoshi goes Gopher Bastion.
Against the Monty
Oh
Moles.
boy, do I get to eat the gophers?
You get to bash 'em, Yoshi.
Whack the gophers.
Shy Guys. Ooh, ow.
Oh, that's not as fun.
Whacking
Oh,
day.
that's a lot of
oh,
Shy Guys.
Whacking day.
Not only Shy Guys, but paratroopers and sometimes even boos will pop out. But the name of the game here is to protect your eggs.
These
Okay.
are my babies! Touch them and die!
They're fast.
Oh, don't touch him and die.
Oh, there's the boo that where I get it.
Oh boy. Okay,
Wow, you just
apparently
claw
boos
with
don't
hammers.
work in the same logic here. Like Yoshi saw him clearly, and yet he could still hit him.
Oops.
Oh, jeez, already got
Oh
hit.
boy.
So this is actually Vermin actually does something unique compared to the other mini games. The game is immediately over if one of those eggs is completely shattered.
Okay, so no lives, just yeah. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I guess what we're talking about, James. What do you think about this collection compared to the first one?
I think, honestly, I personally speaking, I think the games here are a little more solid by comparison, just because, well, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just personal preference or something like that. But
Which is
also,
fair.
well, the fact that it's all in glorious
Color.
32 colors or whatever.
I think it's 8-bit, like
Says-
8 colors.
It's definitely not 8-bit because it can use more colors than the NES ever could.
16-bit.
Maybe not 16-bit, but basically it's a whole rainbow of colors.
Right.
I
About
think
as
it's
much of a
actually
rainbow
only
as the-
using 16 colors.
I was about to say about as much of a rainbow as the Game Boy Color can render.
Right.
Well, whatever the case, it is a more powerful NES. It's just that you also have to deal with a smaller aspect ratio, which is always fun in these kinds of games.
Now here's a question I have: Did the NES or the NES and Game Boy Color have the same type of color rendering?
No. The Game Boy Color could use more colors.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually curious. On the title screen, it showed definitely a Monty Mole. That was opposite. That was opposite Yoshi. And I've seen no Monty Moles.
I think what it is that, I think that more so alludes to the classic game where instead of the Shy Guys and Paratroopers, you are dealing with moles.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I guess they just...
You know, those
Well, it
eggs
also-
look hard-boiled if they're able to still look like eggs without the shells.
True.
And I think also this game, it's based on Whack-A-Mole.
That's exactly what it is,
That
yeah.
kind of goes without saying, huh?
Oh, I remember having. This is just as a kid. I remembered having a. It was basically a whack-a-mole with a floor mat. You're supposed to stomp on the moles. It was
I remember.
it was an actual whack-a-mole like game in your house, not like at the arcades. And yeah, you would stomp on the moles.
Yeah.
Huh. I feel like I remember that too.
Will you heathens stay away from my babies?
Well, see, you bring up the fact that they're hard-boiled eggs. That's the plot twist. We're not even defending our babies. This is our lunch.
We're just defending his lunch.
They will not
my
take.
lunch.
They will not take our hard-boiled eggs today.
Wait, is this considered cannibalism?
Depends on if they're fertilized or not.
And don't buy lunch, you kids!
Although the
But
fact that it
Yoshi's reproduce asexually, so I don't think they're.
Oh crap! You're right.
Oh,
Can
I
you
don't think they're.
reproduce my...
I don't
I
think
just
they
laughed.
need to be fertilized.
Oh, there's
speaking
the
of
one.
moles,
Oh, there's the moles.
Oh.
Oh,
One of them left a heart for us.
And it looks like they fixed some of the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So they do.
So the moles were actually helpful.
Oh boy.
yay!
Actually, I was also just thinking about like,
Can you reproduce by biting?
and every bud is just him pooping out an egg, and another one's like,
Can you...
It's
Oh.
oh.
it's like but I guess it's like a freaking Russian nesting doll of Yoshi's.
Yeah.
Oh no, sunny side up! I hate that.
Okay, so our final game for Game & Watch Gallery 2 is actually my personal favorite of the bunch, Donkey Kong.
Oh. I don't think I get the impression this was not a Game & Watch game originally.
Well, it's based on the old arcade game, but basically what it entails, you're basically you're pretty much doing an endurance round with this obstacle course, and that's literally all she wrote.
Whoop.
Okay.
But also, yeah, it's like I think this is
Just
the
to
first
see-
time we've seen DK in these, and not just DK Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually, and he's not happy about Mario invading his personal space.
All right,
Yeah,
two
and
more.
it looks like he's moved on to like hanging on Peach instead of Pauline.
Yeah, Peach is the one kidnapped now. It's like, God. It almost looks like Peach is doing a little cheerleader thing for Mario as he's running the course.
Well, of course.
No, Mario,
It's-
no.
Oh, God damn it.
Actually, I was
You
also
thought
just
of it,
thinking, like,
James.
from the OVA, it's like,
Go, Mario.
I remember.
And,
I
and
remember
James
that.
and James and I were thinking, Mario.
damn it.
Oh, Yoshi.
No, that's a paratrooper.
Oh,
I wonder
gosh!
if that-
Stop using
that
green sprites.
scene
Oh.
definitely-
And we, oh,
Oh,
we
I
just,
see.
we just. Oh, there's Peach. I was gonna say, did we just bail on her? Also, jeez, nice.
Oh, hi.
You can't escape me, Donkey Kong. I'll chase you to the ends of the world.
Yeah, this is pretty decent for like an actual, just straight up platforming level.
That's honestly why I like it so much. It feels the most like a straight up platforming challenge, even though it's
For a second, I
still
thought that was
very.
Yoshi, not a Koopa.
Every time, I swear.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's the color palette that does it to you. And
What do
also,
you-
I swear to God, am I the only one that looks at this entire background we're on and just immediately thinks, Flintstones, beat the Flintstones?
It does look like
Sort
that,
of.
especially with Granddad.
Yes,
So-
yes.
Honest to God, I was very tempted to try doing my own Siva Gunner mix where I just try to recreate the Flintstones theme with this exact style.
you know what?
Yeah.
Have I ever told you guys my idea for a Silver Gunner rip, where it's like, you take Die House from Cuphead, only the Silva thing is that, like, you know, the whole, it just elongates all throughout the whole thing, so he's just like holding the,
honestly, if you could isolate just the vocals by themselves, you could probably do what's called a pulse stretch to it.
I tried that, it sounded too robotic.
Dang.
But also, actually, if I can comment on something else real quick, back in my in the first look at, or the first game's look at, I did mention like the Game & Watch gallery tends to have some very fantastical imagery to it that you don't see an awful lot of the Mario games these days. And just look at this background alone.
It's a city below the clouds with a castle in the clouds above that city. Nice.
In the nightlight.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
I wanna-
Hi.
In the
Go ahead, Green.
moonlight.
I wanted to ask real quick. Is there like a limit to how many stages you can actually see?
Just 3.
Oh,
Okay,
on the
so
last
after
one
this
here?
one, we'd be back at the factory, wherever that place is.
Yep,
Yeah, I
think it
we
moves.
just start back there. We start back there.
Green.
I want to say that
Nice.
I also remember that Helmet
yeah.
also has its own tier of levels, but
Oh.
those aren't quite as easy to get to, just because the point threshold for that is a bit
Hit me,
bigger.
baby.
And at this point, I'm just like, screw
Yeah,
it! I just
and-
want to get Peach. Let me grab Peach and go home. Come
So-
on, be a bro.
Hit me.
Oh.
Well,
So Gui, hi, what did you guys think?
I like it.
I mean,
Oh yeah, one thing I actually hold on before we get to our thoughts real quick. Something else I've been very much been guilty about leaving out is that whenever you get 200 points in a game, you get stars, and those stars are for unlocking stuff in the gallery corner.
Oh,
Oh, that's right, the gallery part of Game & Watch
what
Gallery.
shall we get? Hey? Interrupt
Interrupt
save,
save.
no board.
The note board.
Yeah, one of the first things we've unlocked is a note board. Later, you can also get a sound test, a museum where you get to see other sorts of Game & Watch Gallery games, even those that didn't actually aren't playable in the game. And then there's also okay, this is actually something I wanted to show off, but that would require me getting a whole bunch of stars. There's actually a single hidden game that you can unlock, which brings up the total to around 6, called Ball. And in Ball, you're basically just juggling balls.
Okay. Oh, that's
And
the
in that
classic,
game, I
yeah.
remember it actually has like certain tiers to it. Where one tier you can play as Yoshi, one tier you can play as Mario, one where you play as Wario, and then the final tier you play as Bowser.
I feel like Ball was maybe the first Game & Watch game, or maybe I'm confused.
I
with
wouldn't be
something
surprised if it was, but okay. So sorry about interrupting you guys. So what do you think of this collection?
It definitely looks more dynamic than the first one.
I agree.
kind of same here, and also repeating my thoughts from the last one.
else. Yeah, a nice fresh coat of paint.
That's fair, but of course it doesn't just stop there, because we're only at the halfway point. Stay tuned for Game & Watch Gallery 3 sometime in the future,
Woo!
Bye bye.
where Yoshi gets a lot more to do.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yoshi!